What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Modern Warfare video, so let's get into it. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare and some possibly leaked responses from a leaker who has had a really good reputation as far as leaking things in the past regarding Call of Duty. Dexerto tweeted out on their official Twitter account, Modern Warfare leaker claims to reveal lots of new details, Battle Royale, DLC weapons, and more. If you click on the link from this tweet, it'll bring you to a page from Dexerto that was written by Calum Patterson, and the full article will be linked in the description down below. An infamous Call of Duty leaker has posted a slew of new information about the upcoming Modern Warfare, which he claims to be direct from a source close to Infinity Ward, including information on Battle Royale, Minimap, and more. With so many burning questions in the community, fans have relied on leakers for their thirst for knowledge, and YouTuber The Gaming Revolution, also known as TGR, has already provided some accurate details ahead of official confirmation. On September 2nd, the YouTuber answered a series of questions from excited fans about the new game, claiming that his source at or close to Infinity Ward would provide answers where possible. It should be noted that this information cannot be verified and so should be taken with a grain of salt. However, as mentioned, TGR does have a somewhat consistent record of leaks. Battle Royale in Modern Warfare. According to TGR source, Battle Royale is 100% in Modern Warfare. We considered dropping it from the game at one point, but we reworked it a ton, and we really think it's going to stand out from other Battle Royales in its current state. More info soon. So to start with Battle Royale, guys, a number of things kind of come to mind for me. Of course, we think of Blackout and Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Where are they going to go with this Battle Royale? I know they're going to give us more details, but we can certainly speculate as to what we think may happen. And one of the things I would love to know from all of you guys, and I want to hear your comments down below, I gotta say that for me, I feel like the Modern Warfare Battle Royale mode, if it is definitely going to be confirmed, which technically is, if TGR is correct, it's confirmed, right? So we're assuming that this is confirmed at this point. And what I would say, guys, is that a Battle Royale, my biggest question is does it have anything to do with Blackout? Is it going to be like on the same map, just an extended area on the Blackout map? Or is it going to be its own thing completely? What I think would be really cool is if you have Blackout, but there's also a new section to Blackout, which would be Modern Warfare's Battle Royale area, and you kind of incorporate the two of them into one map, or you kind of just incorporate it where they're different but within the same universe, if that makes sense. So I wonder if that's how they're going to do it. I think most likely they're going to be going a completely different route, just kind of doing their own thing, and then Blackout is of course Treyarch's own thing. I just think it would be kind of cool to kind of mesh the two together, where, you know, you just kind of extend the map, you make it bigger, so if you play on Black Ops 4, you're still able to play the Battle Royale. If Modern Warfare has its own Battle Royale mode completely separate and you have to buy Modern Warfare in order to play it, it's going to split that Battle Royale base. And so I think that if they mesh the two together, Black Ops 4 people who like playing Black Ops can also play against those people who are playing on Modern Warfare, and that way you kind of keep the community together. Of course, that would raise the question as to, okay, what about the graphics? Graphically, how would that work? And I'm definitely going to be making a video at some point, guys, down the road here about how that could possibly work, even if Modern Warfare ends up doing their own separate Battle Royale altogether. But let me know what you guys would like to see from a Battle Royale in Modern Warfare. Would you like it to be merged with the Blackout map, whereas it's kind of a separate area on the Blackout map? Or would you rather it just be its own thing? Let me know what you guys think. DLC weapons. Black Ops 4 sparked an old controversy in Call of Duty by having DLC weapons only available in luck-based supply drops or loot boxes, and players are understandably desperate not to see the tactic employed in Modern Warfare 2. Brett Murphy tweeted saying, "I honestly just want to know about microtransactions, in particular new DLC weapons." The Gaming Revolution tweeted back with a quote saying, "As of right now, we want all DLC weapons to come free for everyone. This may change though. You'll have to ask Activision for that one." So this is very interesting. We're starting to get into some very interesting things here, guys, because if the Gaming Revolution, if their sources is saying the truth and speaking from an honest perspective, it would be very interesting. I think a lot of it does have to do with the higher ups at Activision, and we know that Activision, of course, guys, they have to make money, right? And they're going to make a lot of money off of this game. There is no question about it. The thing for me, at least, with microtransactions is I just don't like it when the microtransactions are taking advantage of consumers, similar to like loot boxes and such, which I really haven't had a problem with it. I know a lot of people out there, though, in the Call of Duty community and other communities in gaming have had serious issues with them. For me, I would just like to see microtransactions incorporated for the esports side of Call of Duty. Like, for example, if you buy this skin or this set of skins for your favorite esports teams, part of that money goes towards the prize pool or just the overall ecosystem of the Call of Duty League. And I would like to see things like that, because then I would feel, okay, I'm supporting not only the developers over at Infinity Ward and the publisher at Activision, but I'm also supporting the Call of Duty League, which is one of my favorite esports to watch. So stuff like that is what I would like to see out of the microtransactions in Modern Warfare. I don't mind microtransactions. I just don't like it where it's greedy, malicious, and it takes advantage of the consumer. Minimap. It was revealed at the multiplayer event in August that Modern Warfare would not feature a traditional minimap by default, a first for the franchise. However, according to the source, Infinity Ward are definitely open to reconsidering this following beta feedback. Chalito Kruk tweeted saying, "Is Infinity Ward thinking in add the minimap?" TGR source says, "Oh boy, yes, definitely. We're waiting until after the beta to make that decision." So as far as the minimap goes, guys, I think that we all saw that it was a problem for a lot of YouTubers, a lot of just creators stating that the minimap needs to be back on with Modern Warfare, and that's without question. I think it is partially what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. I do think that it adds an element of more strategy to Call of Duty, especially from the pro scene, but they had already said from the get-go that the pro scene was going to have the minimap. So it's very interesting. I feel that if you were to take it away from anything, it would be the esports side of Call of Duty, just because obviously that would make it way more challenging and the communication would have to be absolutely on point. It does make it more realistic, but I think that maybe taking the minimap off should be like a specific game mode that us as players get to choose if we want to play that or not. And I think a lot of people would not play it, but I think your hardcore players that are trying to get really good at the game, they certainly may play a game mode where there's no minimap, just to try to get better and try to learn the game better, but also if they're playing with a team or a clan, they can, do call-outs and such and just see how well they can do without having that minimap, because it can, I'm sure, be a big challenge. Will there be a firing range? Not the Black Ops 1 map. This is referring to the firing range that was available in games like World War II and Modern Warfare Remastered, where you could practice with your classes in the lobby. However, with the ability to edit classes mid-game now available in Modern Warfare, this firing range feature was deemed unnecessary, the source claims. Unfortunately, the source didn't comment on the possibility of theater mode. So Cloud tweeted saying theater mode, firing range like AW, and the Gaming Revolution source says, in regards to firing range, we thought about adding one, but we were like, wait, just give them the ability to change their class in game. Duh, so we did it. It just saved time, and you guys have been asking for this for years. So firing range, I liked having firing range because it was nice to be able to practice and kind of, you were able to customize different guns and such. One thing I do like, though, is that you're able to customize things in-game, and I think that's really cool. The only problem I see with customizing weapons and such in-game are that while you're customizing, does your character just stand there and spawn and then they just, you'll easily be a target? I feel like it will create a lot of issues for certain players and just a lot of spawn killing for the other team. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it. I love the idea, though. I just think that it's important that you almost go to a pause menu where your character doesn't respawn until you're ready to go. That's the only thing I would say about that. Third-person mode. Modern Warfare 2 featured the only third-person perspective mode ever featured in COD with third-person team tactical. It won't be back in Modern Warfare, though, the source claims. RZ tweeted saying third-person game mode, and the Gaming Revolution source says, I loved this mode in MW2, but sadly, no. To be honest with you guys, I mean, Team Tactical with third-person Team Tactical was cool, but Modern Warfare and just Call of Duty as a whole, guys, this is a first-person shooter. This is the first-person shooter of our time, and it gets bigger and bigger every single year, so why change things like that? I know adding third-person modes, it would be kind of cool, but I also think that that's more ways of splitting up the community, right? It just feels like, some people might have a preference to playing third-person, whereas they want to keep everyone together. You get this sense with Modern Warfare that they want to keep the entire community together because they're making the DLC free at this point so that everyone can play the DLC at the same time. And so I just don't think that they want to split up the community from like a third person and first person. They want to just make it all first person. And I think it was a good, test, obviously, or, good kind of like trial with Modern Warfare 2 doing it, because it was a cool concept. However, I don't think that it's necessary in Modern Warfare, and I'm glad that they're sticking with a first-person shooter. We're all going to be together as a community playing the game, and then when the DLC drops, we're going to be playing it together as a community, and I'm very excited about that. And lastly, prestige levels. The source didn't give much away about the leveling system in Modern Warfare multiplayer, but claims that there will be 55 levels per prestige. So Jamal asked, any small info on prestiging in Modern Warfare? TGR source says, small info only. Okay, levels 1 to 55. So there's going to be 55 levels, guys, each prestige. My biggest thing with prestiging, guys, I really haven't prestiged in years. The only times that I've really prestiged in the past year, I believe, was Black Ops 3. Well, I did prestige in Black Ops 4. I prestiged one time on Black Ops 4, and there wasn't much reason for it. I just kind of felt like doing it. Whereas in Black Ops 3, you actually got an extra, I think it was sniper rifle. There was like another gun that you got if you prestiged at least one time. So I prestiged one time on that game. But the rest of the Call of Duties, other than the early ones like MW2, Black Ops 1, BO2, MW3, I used to prestige on all those a lot, and the reason was because there was always a reason to keep grinding, it felt. With MW2, I'll give you a perfect example. MW2, one of the most heavily and highly coveted items I've ever seen in a video game was the 10th Prestige Medallion, and you had to earn that, and getting all the way up to 10th Prestige was a significant grind. It was actually getting people to start, they were going into modded lobbies. I mean, it was crazy, and that was a big thing back in MW2. It was even a big thing in Black Ops 1 because of the 15th Prestige moving title, and so those are things that I think need to come back, are very highly coveted items, not things that you can just buy in a loot box or get just randomly, things that you earn throughout the game, giving you reason to prestige. Why would I prestige in some of these other Call of Duties when there's really no point to it? What, to just say that you got to the top prestige and you got to the top rank? That doesn't mean much to me. What means much is when you do it and you grinded really hard to get somewhere, and you get that and you can show that to everybody that's in the lobby. Those are the things that matter to me, at least. And that keeps me excited to keep on prestiging and having fun that way and doing like races to prestige. Because it really, for the number of years now, it just doesn't feel like prestiging is really necessary or worth it. But these are all my opinions, guys, about each of these individual topics. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. Stay positive. And as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.